welcome to my channel. I'm Stephanie and you're watching Creative Guzzle. Tonight, we're celebrating another Harry Potter movie. Sort of. It's not actually Harry Potter, but it takes place in the same universe, and that is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Tonight's drink is a Phoenix. I have no idea how this is gonna taste because I just threw stuff in there, so I mean it kind of looks like a phoenix feather, right? Ooh. You know what? That's kind of cool. It's very strong. It's a really unique flavor. Alright, so since we're all still neck deep in Nanowrimo, I thought today that I would like to talk about 5 mistakes that people commonly make when they are working on their Nanowrimo. Because let's face it, we all make mistakes. Nobody is perfect. But hopefully this video will help you to avoid these mistakes. So the first common mistake that people make when they go into Nanowrimo is they didn't prepare properly for it. And by that I mean they didn't make an outline, they didn't do the research that they should have for the story if it needed research, which a lot of them usually do. You are going to be writing an entire novel in 1 month. 1 month! That's not a lot of time. You should try to be as prepared as possible for it before November even starts. Otherwise, you're just going to be floundering around, just not knowing where you're going. You need to have your outline, you need to have, your research that you should have done. Make sure that you're prepared because that will help you so much in the long run when you're actually working on writing your script. Novel. I'm writing a script. You're writing a novel. Mistake number 2, thinking that the novel that you write this month has to be perfect. I actually did a whole video on this last week where I talked about vomiting up words. This is not going to be the final version of your book. This is your first draft. Don't worry about how well it reads or if you're using the right words or I don't like this dialogue here. It's okay. Just leave it. Just leave it alone. Just move on. You can come back to it later. This leads into the next mistake people make. Mistake number 3, not meeting your daily word count. The problem with not meeting your daily word count is you go, oh, well I can make up for it tomorrow. But what happens if you don't meet your word count tomorrow? It's just gonna pile up and keep piling up until you're just so far behind that there's no way you're gonna be able to catch up anymore. Just force yourself to meet your daily word count for that day. Each day, just keep doing it. Vomit up those words because otherwise you're just gonna fall behind and it's just gonna spiral out of control and you're just not gonna get anywhere. Trust me, I've seen it happen. Mistake number 4, not developing 3-dimensional characters. This is a really big one. You don't want to end up writing a book that has Mary Stews and Gary Stews all over the place in it because that's really boring to read. Make sure that before you start your book, you know who your characters are, what their motivations are, and everything like that. A really important thing to keep in mind that'll probably help, remember that every character in your story is the main character of his or her life. He or she may not be the main character in your story, but they are still a person, they have a life, they have a backstory, they have personal problems and fears and quirks and secrets, and you get the idea. No matter how important or unimportant each character is in your story, you should treat all of them like people. Just remember to keep that in mind while you're writing. And mistake number 5, not allowing your story to evolve as you write it. I know this is the complete opposite of what I said in mistake number 1, where you have to prepare ahead of time, but the thing is again, this is your first draft, and while you're writing it, you can allow your story to evolve over time because you're gonna get new ideas as you write. It just happens. You don't have to stick to your outline as you're writing. It's more of a guideline than an actual rule. You don't have to follow it. You can change it. You can adapt it. Just do what you feel is right. And like I said, you're gonna get new ideas as you're writing. I know it happens all the time. I get new ideas just while I'm making storyboards. Just remember to allow yourself to make those changes. And if you come up with a new idea that affects something that you've already written, that's okay. You can go back after you're done with your first draft and change it. Unless it's really bothering you, then you can go change it again. But I would just focus on finishing your first draft and then you can go back and fix it. Oh, I think I'm not gonna finish this drink. It's good, it's tasty. I'm not feeling that great. So anyway, I hope that pointing out these mistakes to you will help you to avoid them in the future. Maybe they'll help you for the rest of the month of November, I don't know. In any case, good luck with your writing. Let me know how your NaNoWriMo projects are going down in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more videos every week. Stay excellent to each other and keep making awesome things. Bye!